Hi there, I'm Seb Maley, and in this video we'll take a look at a couple of recent cases we've dealt with involving contractors. Now, almost all of the talk recently has been about IR35 reform and the fact that from the 6th of April, contractors are no longer responsible or liable for IR35 if they're working for a medium or large client. We had the predictable panic, knee-jerking, and a wide range of reactions from private sector companies, but things are starting to settle down, and it's very clear that there is a future in outside IR35 contracting. Perhaps what hasn't been spoken about enough, however, is the fact that despite the shift in responsibility, there is a very real residual risk for contractors. HMRC are mounting a coordinated task force to tackle issues around employment status, which will naturally include compliance activity across the reformed private sector, but will also include retrospective challenges for tax years prior to the 6th of April 2021, i.e. where contractors are still liable. A lot of our work recently has obviously involved helping private sector businesses prepare and fulfill their obligations around the reform, but we still do a lot of work with contractors directly. And we have several cases ongoing involving checks or full inquiries into IR35 issues in historic periods. It is therefore important for contractors to firstly be aware of this risk, but also to be aware of what to look out for. For example, back in late April, we were contacted by two contractors who had received letters from HMRC. It quickly became apparent that although these contractors had contacted us independently, they both worked for the same client. Initially, we were concerned that we may be seeing another mass action from HMRC, similar to the one that we had targeting GSK contractors in 2019. But thankfully, it turned out that these two contractors were the only ones to alert us to the issue. The letter was titled Check of Employer Records, but it was clear from the detail in the first paragraph that IR35 was going to be the focus. Luckily for the contractors involved, they had tax insurance with us, and we were able to immediately respond on their behalf and represent them at no cost. After our initial response, HMRC then came back with a very detailed and lengthy list of questions, 57 in total, focusing on IR35 and covering all aspects of case law. It's a point we've made before, but the difference between the myopic and binary nature of the CES tool and how HMRC actually gather information in a real investigation is significant. We also know that semantics and terminology make a lot of difference when it comes to IR35, and that the responses to these 57 questions had to be very carefully worded to avoid HMRC jumping on anything that would inadvertently give the wrong impression or weaken an argument. This is obviously something we've been very used to for decades, but it's easy to see how someone attempting to deal with HMRC themselves could cause an issue by responding to a leading question in a certain way. Thankfully, for the contractors in these two cases, HMRC closed the cases once we had submitted detailed responses, and they agreed that IR35 did not apply. But contractors working in all sectors should be alert to the risk. If you have insurance, it's very important that you contact your provider as soon as any correspondence from HMRC is received. If you don't have insurance cover, I would still strongly recommend that you seek professional representation as quickly as possible. We'll keep you updated on any more compliance activity we see in the market. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates and visit our website for more information. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.